Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy E checking in. It's about 10:35 of the 15th of July, and it's been a minute since I've last recorded, but I got a request pretty much from one of the subscribers, and it was pretty much talking about, you know, what my train of thought is or what the process is in behind accepting a load or not. So what I wanted to do is kind of, you know, show what I go through when, you know, I'm ready to accept a new load or a new pre-plan. So actually, just to recap, what I did is I came from Oxnard, California, over here to the Phoenix terminal in Arizona, and I'm just getting off my 10-hour break, and I'm gonna be reset in probably about an hour, and then I set my PTA for 2:30 a.m. and they already hit me with the pre-plan. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you a little bit of what the thought process behind that. Okay. Alright, so this is a pre-plan, and this is what pretty much comes in when it looks like that. It says pre-plan load information, so I'm going to go and click that, and this is what pretty much pops up. What you'll see is just this is just a brief detail of the trip. So I'm going to kind of go from top to bottom here. You have the trip number, you have the shipper. It's going to be from Freeport Logistics, City, Phoenix, Arizona. Driver load, no, means I don't have to touch the load. It's a hands-free kind of thing. The pickup date and time is going to be the 16th at 9 a.m., which is tomorrow. So tomorrow at 9 a.m. And bobtail, no. The weight is going to be around 27,000 pounds. And it's going to be a live load. That's what the L is, a live load. And pretty much what's going to go is going to go to the consignee, which is Coors Brewing in Golden, Colorado. Driver unload, no, which means it's a no-touch freight. Delivery time 7:18. It's a window, so from 7:18 to 7:19, from pretty much 1 a.m. 0001 to 23:59 of the 19th. So I have in between the 16th when I pick it up and to the 19th to deliver it. The loaded miles is 781. Empty is 1 mile. Which tells me pretty much that I may be picking up over here in the Phoenix yard. I'm gonna go and confirm that for you guys a little bit later. And it's gonna be a drop. Then there's no special instructions right now. So what I do personally is I have my logbook, and this is what pretty much I'm looking like. Right now it's the 15th. This is pretty much my day. It's a lot of, you know, I started my day pretty much at 1:45 in the morning. Boom, I'm on duty. From there I'm driving, and from there I'm off duty, and from there I'm driving, and I'm off duty, and I'm driving, and I'm off duty. And then this is me right now pretty much. I did a lot of off duty, then I did a lot of sleep at berth. And part of the key is I mean, technically I really didn't sleep like all that much, but nonetheless DOT likes to see that, you know, that you slept. So I slept. I did. I mean, not to lie, I did, but it's just so stinking hot. So it was one of those like I sleep, I sweat, I get up, I turn on the AC, I sleep for like maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I get up, turn off the AC, because, you know, the idle and everything, so I'm trying to control all that. But it's just when it gets so stinking hot, you know, I don't even know if I can honestly say I slept that much, but I slept enough to where I feel good. Okay, back to the book. So we'll have to go over a logbook later, a little bit later, but nonetheless, here we go. So here's how I do it. I like this logbook because pretty much I can tell, you know, I can see it visually as to what I'm working with. So what I'm doing is this. The 15th I'm going to say is over. Let's move to tomorrow. The 16th. I am due to pick up at 9. Okay? So what I'm gonna do is I typically take my calculator and I'm gonna do a mathematical equation here, right? I'm gonna say it's 781 miles. So I take my calculator, okay, 781, and I'm gonna say I want to have at least a 420 mile day. That's my goal. When I get up and when I push, I'm gonna go 420 miles, and I'm gonna end my day. That's gonna take me. I'm not sure if you can see that. No, you can't. That's okay. 1.85. That's one trip. Let's just say it's 2 trips, okay? So for So I'm gonna pretty much push. I'm gonna drive 420 miles and I'm gonna stop. and I'm gonna do my 10-hour rest, and then I'm gonna do another 420 miles and then stop. Right? So basically, it's gonna take me 2 of those trips in order to get to my destination. Okay, 420 miles is almost like an 8-hour. So it's an 8-hour day. Technically, I could work 11 on my drive, or I could work 14. You know, if I do a lot of stopping and starting and stopping and all that other stuff. But nonetheless, 420 miles is my goal. When I see 420, I can pretty much stop and call it a day. So in that, it's going to take me two times to do all that. So let me go and just show you, okay? I'm going to presume that it's going to take me 10 hours to do what I'm going to probably do in 8. So I have to pick up at 9. We'll just say they live load me until 10. All this is subject to change if they do a good job, okay? So if they do a good job, I'll be out of there by 10, give or take. Is only 27,000 pounds, which is not too bad. So 10 o'clock, I'm going to technically be on the road. 10 to 10 minus 2, that's 10 hours of driving, is 8. So I'm going to say I'm going to stop at 9. From 9 to the next day, the 17th, 9 to 7. Okay, so 7 o'clock, that's the time I've been sleeping. So from 9 to 7. Then I'm going to say I'm going to start at 8 to 6. That's a 10-hour drive. So technically, I should already be there around here. So I'm going to pretty much camp, park out, see if I could drop early. If not, then pretty much I drop on the 18th. So technically, I know it's kind of a lot to explain, but technically I have plenty of time. So for every 10 I drive, or every shift I work, I have to do a 10-hour reset. So when you're solo, you always got to keep that in mind. So just pretty much doing the mathematical equation, if I do 420 miles a day, I can get this trip done within 2 days, or 2 shifts, however you want to work it. So you always want to give yourself a chance to buffer. This is obviously not the end-all be-all of how you strategize. It's just a matter of understanding where you're going. Is it open road? I mean, this is some of the stuff that I don't even know currently. I know Golden, Colorado. I've been there before, but it's not really in my mental in regards, to all the little nooks and crannies. So is it a lot of uphills? Is it steep grades? Is it high traffic zones? Is it open highway? I mean, these are all the things that you need to take into account. Is it a holiday weekend? Is it a 4-day weekend somehow? I mean, these are things you got to account for whenever you're doing your estimates. So, just for now, let's just pretend everything was perfectly great. It only takes me, two trips to make this one. So 2 days to make this one, or 40 hours to do this one, however you want to cut it up. But the bottom line is I think I'm going to pretty much get there, either by the end of the 17th or, by the 18th for sure in the morning. So I'm either going to get as close as possible, I'll camp out, and I'll just pretty much chill until I know I can either A, deliver early, or B, just wait for my turn. So what I'll do is this trip, get you in here. Okay, go. So this trip I'm pretty much going to focus on the Qualcomm. That's the idea. So I'll show you all the Qualcomm work in regards to how to do all your Mac 10s, your Mac 32s. I'm even going to put it for home time, starting in about a few weeks. So that's a Mac 8. I'll show you guys as much as I know, and then you guys can hit me with questions. But that's just the start. And then what I did is I pretty much put all my information into my book here, so you have all that right there, and that's what I do to keep track of everything. So this is a load that's 27,000 pounds, which means I don't have to scale it, and so we're looking pretty good there. That's about it, and I'll be chopping, pasting, all that kind of stuff, and then I'll be putting it up. But I'm going to do the best I can to show you guys step by step in regards to how I do everything this round, macro wise. So we may not see a lot of road, but we're going to definitely see how the macros work, because this is the paperwork that comes along with the truck driving. Alright, until then.